Thank you everyone for joining. Do feel free to like, subscribe, and follow. Feel free to also share if you've heard something, if you hear something really, really nice um, during the show, do share with someone. It's always good to share, okay? So today I want to dive into a new series that is about the abundant life. Here's the key. Even if the whole world is not going to agree or even admit that what we are all seeking for is not just money. What most people are looking for is not just money. It's actually what you believe money can get for you, right? What you think and what you believe money will give you is why everybody's in pursuit of this thing. And as a business coach, as someone who runs a business school, I understand, I teach all the fundamentals when it comes to wealth creation principles. But here is what's actually fundamental. What we are all looking for is not just money, it's what we think and we believe money can get for us. It's about freedom. Okay? It's about freedom and it's about living what you may consider as an abundant life, the life of your dreams. Okay? And when you believe money will give you a component of the life of your dreams, then you dedicate yourself in pursuit of money. Isn't that what's going on? But here's the thing. Today, the world we are living in today, what the world is facing, particularly post COVID, is much more than money can buy. It's the peace of mind, it's the relationships, the real wealthy things in life. Truly, truly, truly. Money will give you some, but money will not give you the real wealth in life. So we're going to be diving into that because when I talk about wealth creation principles, when I teach branding, marketing, sales in my school, I also include mindsets, programming, mindsets, coaching. You know why that is important? Because how you think, okay, will determine everything you create for yourself. What you think about is so, 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 so important to what you're going to be able to unlock for yourself. What you think about ultimately is going to be the life you would experience. One of the things I say is that with your mind, with our minds, we experience the world. And with our words in written and spoken form, the world experiences us. Communication, right? The way you speak, the way you think influences what you say, right? Out of the abundance of the mind, right? Of the heart, the mouth will speak. But speaking, communication is your place of expression, right? Communication is how you express yourself in the world. And I always say what you mean and mean what you say. It sounds simple, guys. Everything I'm saying, I try to make things simple, but trust me, it takes a lot of hard work. So let me know what you think. Share your thoughts as well. Type, I'll read it out. Again, I want this to be interactive, right? I'll share my thoughts, but I want to also know what's on your mind. What do you think about what I'm sharing? So, yes, as a business coach, right, I train government stakeholders, I train entrepreneurs around the world. Last year, I had the great opportunity of training entrepreneurs from 38 African countries, running a program for United Nations. So, I've dedicated myself, right, to training, to being an educator. I talk about money, I talk about all these things. I get it. However, I want you to realize that it's bigger. Life needs to be bigger. I hope I'm begging and pleading with you that your dreams, hopefully, you see them as bigger than money. Money is a tool, money is a resource. In my academy, I've written about the history of money. I've talked about money flows into value, the power of value creation, value distribution, on and on and on, right? Those are wealth creation principles. If you want money, you attract money. I teach those things in my school. However, what I also want to share with this series is that what we are actually seeking for, at least what I'm seeking for. I don't know about you. Okay, let me not assume. Well, okay, let's do this poll. What do you want out of life? Can you describe what you want in a sentence or two sentences? What do you really, really want out of life? What are you searching for? What are you looking for? If you had, a blank check, if you could make your dreams come true, what would they look like? How would you design it if you know that whatever you want, you will get, right? No restrictions, no on, right? If you have an abundant mindset, I've talked about that before as well. Listen, I'm a prolific writer. I write a bunch of stuff. I train, I coach, I dedicate myself to teaching members of my academy, Toyin Umesiri Academy. Here's what I'm asking you today. What do you want? Because I say money, the reason money is a big topic in the world is what you and I think money will afford us, right? Freedom, that with money you can buy anything, but there are many things in life that is part of this abundant life that money cannot gift, cannot buy. And the mistake or the error that some will make is, if you don't value, for example, family, health, all those things, you're only investing yourself in chasing the dollar. Trust me, I get it. Again, when it comes to money, create right value, on and on. I wrote a book, like my book, Mindset of an Entrepreneur. I teach on entrepreneurship. So I understand that. I train those who want to build business, who want to achieve business growth and success. I get it. However, I'm also, raising this conversation, this series that I'm running is, let's take a step back. What's your why? Why are you investing your time, energy, and resources in pursuit of money? When all is said and done, what will your legacy be? So what do you want out of life? So I see Miss Kobola Guy, thank you so much. Miss Kobola Guy says she wants freedoms. Okay, let me put it out there. Let's, again, discussion. I want this to be interactive. Miss Kobola Guy says she wants freedom, and options are your two major drivers. Freedom. Okay, let me break it down because I'm going to make this interactive. What type of freedom? Do you mean financial freedom? Okay, do you mean financial freedom? Because that's where entrepreneurship business comes in. Okay, so I understand that. But there are a whole lot more freedom just than financial freedom. Freedom in your mind. It starts here first before it shows up, right? Freedom of your emotions, so that when you sleep at night, you are at peace with yourself. That the life you're creating, that the life you've created, that you are aligned, you yourself, and right, you're aligned and you are at peace, right? Within yourself, within your own soul. That money will not buy for you guys. Money will help you take the vacation, the external stuff, right? Listen, money, that's what I dedicate myself to study. I do a whole lot. You need to join toyinumesiri.academy to access these resources that will help you grow your business, structure it, build systems, adopt the mindset that will help you achieve business growth and success. What I'm also saying is that life needs to be bigger. The abundant life principle is much, much more robust, right? In fact, I run a ministry, faith ministry for women, and I talk about the 360 life. Like, if you have to think about life through the 360 lens, just draw a map. I've done a video on this before, but let me just assume you've never seen that video. Draw a circle 360, see it as a pie, right? What are the things you care about? What are the things? The reason this exercise is incredibly powerful, the reason is because you will find many people putting all their eggs in one basket. They spend majority of their life in one dimension. Remember the discussion about work life, right? They forget life, they take on work. Okay, let me sometimes I can let me keep this nice today. Okay, Miss Kabbalah Guy came back and shared with us. She said, freedom in all aspects. Awesome, awesome. I love that. The reason this work, we need to be very specific. Okay, when you are designing your life, the more specific you are, the more targeted you are, the more you can be very, very intentional in your pursuits. So when you say freedom, Be clear. The things you need to do to invest in to achieve financial freedom is different from what you need to invest in to achieve other types of freedom. Again, many people think the pursuit of one dimension of life will all of a sudden create the 360 life they're looking for. No, it doesn't work that way. If you don't invest in meaningful relationships and you only go, the saying, lean in, lean in, lean in, lean in, you're leaning in, you lean in until you trip on relationship. You lean in only in one dimension. Hey, guys, this is serious stuff. Okay, leaning. In what direction are you leaning in? Money, money, money. Okay. What of your okay. This is why I like a lot of my conversation. Those who know me in my personal life, I love having intimate, real life conversation in personal spaces because the whole world is not ready for the truth. But if you tune in, I think you anybody that tunes in to join me, right, live or the replay, you must be searching for the truth because that's what I dish out. And many people do not want the truth. Why? You know what they want? They want people to say, "Oh, it's okay. You are the best. Oh, it's okay. Just keep." You know when people do this to you, they don't like you, right? Because they will watch you sabotage your own life, and oh, it's okay. Keep sabotaging your life. Oh, I understand. Those who say they understand, listen, and they are not challenging us. They are not telling us to rethink. They're not telling us to take responsibility. They're not telling us to take charge. They're not telling us to create what we want. And they're just saying, oh, it's okay. Oh, I understand. I understand. Be careful. Be careful, guys. So if you want the truth, that's all I'm serving here. That's the dish. That's the only dish I'm offering. Okay? The gift of transparent, honest dialogue. Okay, so welcome to that. So back to the pie. Draw the pie and then spoke in the spoke of the pie, like a pizza pie. What are your top priorities? What do you want? Paint a picture. Maybe you want a great job, or you want to build a business, you want a great relationship, maybe with your spouse, with your kids, you want to serve your community. Just fill in those pies. You will soon find that work is just one pie. Another pie could be, okay, exercise, fitness, okay, this. Fill in your pie, your life pie. Let's call it that. Then the question I have for you is, what have you invested in those pies lately? Boom. What have you done to contribute, whether it's spiritual? Well, my own pie, when I draw mine, and I've done the video on this, it's available at my ministry website. For me, even before I draw that outer circle, at the core, I put me inside God, inside Jesus. Faith first. I draw an internal circle before we show up into the world pursuing anything, before I start serving anybody. Before I have anything to offer the world, I'm like, listen, I need to load up on the word of God. So that's my own pie. I don't know about you. I don't know your own agenda. I don't know what you believe. I'm just sharing my own. What I believe, that this life, in Him, I live, I move, I find my being. So I hide myself there first. And then out of that, I can do relationship. I'm laughing. Out of that sanity, you guys, you've got to be sane to live this abundant life. When I say sanity, you've got to be in tune with your own soul, because if you show up to the world without your own good identity, if you don't know who you are, listen, you're a wrecking ball. The world can show you all kinds of stuff. Okay, I'm laughing. Okay, let me bring myself out. So my home pie looks different than yours. It's a donut. It has a donut hole in the middle. Actually, so it's like a donut. Mine is a donut. And that middle is Lord, hide me, hide me. Okay, what am I laughing? Okay, Miss Kubala guy already knows why I'm laughing. Let me distract myself and read some of the things you've shared. And feel free everyone to share as well. So you said exactly. So shifting more energy into consulting is allowing me the freedom. Let me put it up so I can read it properly and others can access it. Okay. So shifting more energy into consulting is allowing me the freedom to reconnect with the people I love. Okay, awesome. I have options in when and how I work on my projects. Fun fact, by the way, Miss Kobalaga has gone through my program. So I love, like for me, again, I say when you build your business, please build it around the life you love. If you don't build it to support the life, there's a series I did in my academy on, wealth creation principles. And the first challenge was the business is supposed to support your life, right? If you don't have a vision of how you want to live your life, of the freedom, again, freedom. The freedom is not just money. Many people have money, but their hearts, they are in turmoil. Their heart is fainting. They are super leveraged. Listen, in the world of business, not everybody that has money has peace of mind. Okay, so watch out for that. So part of one of the lessons, and I'm sure Miss Kobalaga has gone through that, is that first design your life and then figure out all the things you need that will support that life. And if business is one of those, my challenge also is don't go building something that will wreck that life, that will take you away completely from enjoying that life. Okay, the wise will hear. I won't say more than that. Because listen, I don't tell anybody how to run their life. If you want to learn, if you want to invest, if you want to access support, enroll toyinyumesiri.academy. You will transform your life, because for me, it's more than money, it's more than business, it's about life. Right? The reason I can show up now is automation, baby. Automation, automate everything. I have a degree in information systems. I set up the most sophisticated SAP integration software for the biggest brands in the world. So you better know that technology is part of this business life for me. Automate everything so I can sleep, pick my kids, have a great time, show up looking beautiful, show up as I want, and then automate it. Listen, let nobody come and come and tell me, don't run. No, I'm not running after nobody. You run after me. Because listen, what I have will change your life. Okay. So this is great. I love this approach. So you're saying consulting gives you the freedom to connect with the people you love. You have options on when and how you work on project. That is powerful. That is powerful. The choice we have to live life the way we desire. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to business, it's an offer. You have your life, I have my life. If you think I can help you, if you need help, it's like the medical doctor. You will seek the medical doctor out. And if the doctor gives you a prescription and you refuse to go and fill your prescription, listen, the doctor is living their life. If I say enroll, if I say this is what's going on, this is what's going on, this is how you build your business, I will prescribe as right as the business medical doctor. Listen, you can't find someone better than me in the world. I have my own resume. Okay. But here's the key. When I prescribe, just as the doctor will tell you, what they would do is they tear a piece of a piece of paper. Take this 2 times a day. I'll take 10-week accelerator, complete the 1 year program. This is if you complete it, 10 subjects completed. This is I'll tell you what to do. And then the doctor will give you prescription or send it in. If you do not show up to fill in that prescription. And even if you feel it, you don't use it, you don't dose yourself, whose fault is that? The doctor is continuing his life or her life. He has done his job. That's what one of the things I tell myself. I have done my job. I invested a year of training. Now you can complete it in 10 weeks. So if you are a business owner and you're still saying, oh, I don't know what to do with a brand, I still don't know what to do with marketing, I don't know. I have a book, I've studied business, I've studied money, I've studied everything, mindset of an entrepreneur, strategies, skills, success. Listen, if you are still suffering in that realm, listen, find doctor. Because if you don't go in pursuit of what you need to build the life of your dream, you have, please, again, I dish out the truth. You are to be blamed. In the world today, look around you. Everything you need is around you. The key is not everybody is ready to bear the cost, pay the cost of success. This abundant life, once you design and say, this is what I want, this is how I want it, this type of relationship, this type of this, you design your, listen, I have my own dreams, you have yours. I'm saying, let's take responsibility to design what we want. And that responsibility also leads to challenging you, challenging ourselves and saying, what are you going to do, invest in to build the relationships of your dreams? Because these things, the default is the default. This is exceptionalism. You want more than average. If you want average, listen, those things are available. Maslow's hierarchy of needs, basic needs of life, food, clothing, shelter. Once you have food, you have clothing, and you have shelter, listen, if you are satisfied with that, tune off. This is not what we're talking about. Right? I've talked about this before. The whole world is set up, right? The academic system is set up to help you invest 5, 6, 7 years to develop a meaningful skill that you can serve and sell to the industrial sector. Engineering, law degree, right? So that you will not be the responsibility of your government or your family or your community, so that you can get food, clothing, shelter. So that every citizen that goes through that education system, the promise of the education system is you will develop a skill that increases your chances of supporting the industrial era, and the era that takes on your skill will pay you for your livelihood. So if that is what you, that's the ultimate, then success at that level. What I'm talking about in terms of abundant life is moving up that hierarchy of human needs beyond just basic food, clothing, shelter. What else do we want? We want to be in community. We want to contribute. We want impact. We want abundant life. We want to be happy. We want to be peaceful, right? The pursuit of happiness, the pursuit of fulfillment, the pursuit of purpose, of impact, of transformation. That stuff you will not find in your degree. Okay? That abundant life is on you. It's your gift to yourself. And part of the work is what I'm asking and challenging us to go on. Okay. Ms. Kabbalah, guys, I also see Davis. Sure, money is only let's put it up. Money is only conditional. Chasing it does not give you internal peace. Okay. Money is good. Can we say it? Money, listen, I like nice things. My point is, just like Jesus said, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, give to God what belongs to God. This is the abundant mindset of making sure you're not majoring on the minor things and you're not minoring the major things in life. That is that discernment I'm checking, right? I'm asking us to look into. What are the major things in your life that you're not supposed to sacrifice, right, money for in place of money? Listen, I served in corporate, and there's a whole lot of stuff, feminist movement, leaning. I get it. I was listen, I led Women's Resource Council. I was there. I get it. A lot of those things will fetch you and feed you crap. Again, if you want truth, you will find it here. And I'm not even asking you to believe everything. I'm just saying just check in with yourself. If anything I'm saying resonates, then fine. If it doesn't, don't worry, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not here to to impose anything. It's an offer. I will share with you what I know, how I live my life. If you like it, great. If not, that's okay. We can still be social media friends or follower, right? Whatever. You don't have to adopt it. But when you say leaning, it doesn't tell you to lean into your kids. It doesn't tell you to lean into your health. It doesn't tell you to lean into the relationship that gives you peace and gives you joy. You say lean into the workplace. Fantastic. Listen, I am a seriously ambitious woman. I will climb that corporate ladder. I will I will climb the world ladder if there is one. I will climb it. I'm climbing it. I'm at the top of some of my own. So I get ambition. The challenge is if ambition in the workplace doesn't translate to ambition in your marriage, your children, your health. Oh, no. You can get A. Like life is a subject. It's filled with several subjects, just like in school, right? You can get A1, 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 work, promotion, 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 and some other places F, 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 F. Check in with your Fs. Check in with where F is confronting you. Check in. Life is filled with subjects, right? Your pie. The pie you drew, right? That's pie. My own is a donut. I've told you what is in the donut. I'm eating in Christ. Okay. But check in with your pie or donuts and look at your life or the abundant life you now want. What are you filling it up with? Walk, 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 walk. Every day you walk, 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 walk. Okay. This is too much, right? For some, this is why I prefer private community, masterminds, one-on-one coaching, so that there we can speak the truth if you want the truth. But if you want anything else, that's okay. There's all kinds of stories out there. If you bite the wrong story and you run your life on the wrong story, you bear all the consequences. Why this is now personal responsibility that the individual, listen, as a society, we failed in many spaces. I don't know when collectively we will change, but at a minimum, listen, my own territory, my own space, that you have control. That's the offer of this conversation, is that take charge of your own personal goal. Have a personal goal of what life you want for yourself, and then use everything that is available to create that life for yourself. I see others joining. If you want to join the conversation Clubhouse, feel free to raise your hand. Feel free to type. This is interactive, right? I'm just here to hold the space. Ms. Kobalaga said, love the truth you are serving. Okay. It's an offer. Everything is an offer. And you can choose to say, I don't want to eat. That's okay. I'll eat my delicious food. I'll throw my party. Those who want deliciousness, my deliciousness will partake. Those who say no, it's okay. We will remain, social with one another. So anyway, let me start wrapping up or running. What do I even say? Anyway, thank you to all who have joined, and Team Replay. I really appreciate you joining. I would love to hear what's on your mind, what you think as well. So it's this series of the abundant life. I train entrepreneurs when it comes to business development, when it comes to lead generation, building systems, strategies, adopting mindset. I have tons of mindset programs, develop business development programs, tons of workbooks. I've written books available on Amazon. I've dedicated myself, okay, to being the best in the world when it comes to wealth creation, business development, international trade development, entrepreneurship, right? That is my own space, right? Even part of success is pick your space. If you love tourism, develop your skills. Be the best. Let the world respect you for who you are. Listen, I do not claim to be to be a lawyer. I haven't invested my time there. We all came into the world as, playing infants. And then we choose. You choose a career path. And even you need to choose an abundant path, because career path will get you a livelihood. Abundant life is much more than a livelihood, because livelihood, food, clothing, shelter. Listen, food, clothing, shelter. Once you have that figured out, what next? You're supposed to ask, what next? And I believe there's so much more that you could be. There's so much more that you carry. There's so much greatness unlocked in you, right? That you must unlock. Creativity, productivity. The promise of Genesis 1:28. Proof, be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, subdue it. There's so much you carry that you need to be offering beyond just survival or food, clothing, shelter. That's the offer. And when it comes to business, listen, you won't find a better resource than mine, Toyin Umesi Widow Academy. Okay. So that's what this abundant life is about, is taking a step back. Because here's the key: when you are so much in the weed of running life every day, that survival hamster wheel, you may not be thinking clearly. You may just be on autopilot. Okay. And we're supposed to, as human, we actually have this unique gift that no other creation has: the ability to reflect, to step away from ourselves and actually look at ourselves and say, consider your ways. That's what Bible will say. God will say, consider your way. Where you are going, the things you are doing, consider, is it going to lead you down the path you want? Consider. We have the ability, the incredible intelligence to separate ourselves from our reality, think through it, and then create a new reality. Only humans can do this stuff. But many people may not be using that capacity. You can transform yourself. You can transform your life anytime you're ready. You can snap out of whatever hamster wheel. You can refuse to be the people everybody wants you to be. You can say to the world, enough of that. Anytime. But it takes incredible energy to reverse a trend you do not want. But it's possible, right? And that's why in my academy, the programs, the professional membership, the premium one, tons of mindset. One of them, 30 keys to unlock success. It's about 12 hours of mindset reprogramming. Over 30 days, I taught that class. The premium, over 12 months, I taught 10 subjects. Now you can complete it in accelerated fashion in 10 weeks. But it took a year. It took a year. But now you can complete it in 10 weeks. So, yeah, at the end of the day, this is about you, your journey through life, your desired hopes and dreams, the legacy you want to build, right? The life you want to live. You get to decide. And at the end of the day, people like myself get to support you, helping you make your dreams come true faster, right? The doctor has their role. The doctor doesn't tell you they're going to fix everything. But if you show up to the doctor's office, the doctor will look at you and say, oh, right, that's the way coaching is. What's been going on? We talk. And if you lie to your doctor, if you lie to yourself and then you show up and you lie to your doctor, the doctor may not understand and may not be able to help. And that's why we must also confront the truth of ourselves, the truth of our experiences, right? Awareness, perception. And then once you can figure out your new direction, I talk about vision is the picture of your destination. I have all these sayings in my academy. Listen, I say use social media, don't let social media use you. I've got a ton of those resources that can help you unlock more success in your life. So check out toyinumesiwi.academy. And thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to be signing out now. And do let me know if you're team replay. I would absolutely love to hear from you, your feedback, and I have some things planned out as well over the next couple of weeks. So do give me your feedback. Let me know what you would love to hear. If you have questions, I just want to create this space that is open, that is truthful, honest, direct. Be as direct with me as possible. I appreciate it. God bless you all. And I think it's a wrap. I'll see you again. And yeah, see you.